Welcome to CARS. This is 10 minutes of controlled articulated rotation in every joint of your body, as shown by FRC. We start with our cervical spine, and while you're going round, first of all, assess that there's no pain. If you feel there's anywhere pain, either ease out of the movement or just change the direction. You do try to create some tension through the body. You see me here with both hands made into fists so that you actually create some muscle strength so that your hips don't move or no other part of your body moves apart from your cervical spine. We will repeat these movements a couple of times, and each time you repeat them, you will try to gain a little bit more rotation, a little bit more mobility. So FRC states in the first instance, cause no harm, and that goes very well with yoga. So here we now come to the thoracic spine rotation. You have the hands on your shoulders. You lean forward as far as you have capabilities. Then you rotate over to the side, come into a side bend, and then also into a back bend. Again, you do this a couple of times, just to see if you can increase any movement here. Also, I would invite you to take videos of yourself or do the movement in front of a mirror at least. And if you do videos, also make sure you take videos from the front, from the side, and from the back, so that in a couple of weeks or months' time, you have the ability to repeat these videos and check in with yourself if you have increased your mobility at all. Maybe you have lost some mobility. That can also be the case by injury, for instance. Here you see me doing them now from the back. Lean forward fully as far as it will go. Go over to the side and try to go as slow as possible here as well, so that you can actually feel into each and every little tiny bit of these movements. And I could possibly go a little bit slower here. From here, we now come to simple shoulder rotations. So we bring the shoulders up, roll them back, bring them down, depress them, and then forward initially. We will also change direction. Try to keep your hands on the sort of side of your thighs, just so that you are capable of isolating the movement properly. You see me moving a little bit through my spine here. This is a different version of the same thing. So you make fists, you bring the arms out in a sort of V shape, slightly overhead, and then you do these shoulder rolls. And you also change directions. This is now shoulder rotation. So spread the hand, the fingers, keep a nice straight arm, go diagonally across yourselves and as far back as you can, and then just start turning the arm completely, and then reverse the movement, same thing the other way. Good. Other arm, again, spread the fingers. I have my right arm around my waist here to make sure that my hips don't move. That both hips are kind of facing forward. There we go. Same thing from behind. You see my shoulder going slightly back the way there. That could possibly be improved. There's some movement through my upper body here. Good. And then all the way back up again. The next movement is basically a simple bicep curls with the hand, with the fingers glued together. So you bicep curl up, you turn the hand round, you bring the arm out straight. Again, you turn the hand round. Take good care that you can see that little bit in the middle of your elbow here, to just assess that it is indeed just the elbow which is moving here and no other joint apart from your wrist, of course. So we do that both sides as well. And a couple of times, always trying to increase the amount of rotation you can get here. Good. The next movement now is just relating to your wrist. So again, you have your fingers glued together, and you first make a little movement towards the little finger, then a little movement towards the thumb, and then you take a full circle round. This is quite a good assessment also, once we do it the other way around, whether or not you are quite capable of doing handstands yet. It just basically depends how far you can bend your wrist in regard to your lower arm. Get some assistance here from my cat, Phantom. Good, here we go with the same exercise again, just this time we do it synchronized with both hands. So towards the little finger, towards the thumb, and then circle all the way up, and little thumb, little finger, and back down. We are very seldomly busy with the amount of mobility we have, and by continuously exercising all of our main joints in the body, we can obviously enhance our mobility. Now we come to hip rotation, but also knee articulation. It's a bit of a wobbly exercise. If you don't hang on to anything, I would strongly advise you to use the wall or maybe a stake. There we go. So basically you start out with the right leg crossed over the left leg with a flexed foot. You lift the knee up. You lift also the foot up to take this internal rotation of the knee. Then you bring the knee out as far as you can, as far as the hip allows, and then lift the foot out to the side for the articulation of the knee the other way externally. See that from behind again. So lift the knee up, pull the foot up, bring the knee to the outside, lift the foot up to the back, lift the knee up to the back, then knee to knee again, and then reverse the movement. You see a little bit of movement of my upper body there, which I should have avoided. I'm not perfect, I keep saying that. And then obviously the other foot. Again, some help of Phantom here. Other side, lift the knee, lift the foot to the back, lift the knee to the back, knee to knee, knee to the back, to the side again. Turn the foot down, turn the foot up again, and down to the ground. You will see that from the back as well. I am, finally getting some help of the wall there, which makes it slightly less wobbly, which is probably a good thing because we want to concentrate on our joints and not necessarily on our balance here. That's not part of the exercise. Good. Now we come to foot rotations. I have my thigh clasped with my hands so that I avoid any movement in the thigh. Good. And here we have now a combination of foot rotation, but also internal and external rotation of, or articulation of the knee again. So. And then this is quite an interesting exercise. You need to sit down for it. It's just touching your patella in a relaxed leg and just moving it around in circular action. Then we come to the last bit of the cast, which are your feet. So we just lift and lower our big toe. That is more difficult than you think. And then we begin to lift and lower our little toes at the same time. And then we lift all 10 toes and one by one put them back down, starting with the little toe and ending with the big toe. You can see that my right foot is a little less likely to agree with me. And then we lift all 10 toes and just tap the big toes down. Then lift all 10 toes and tap the little toes down. And then lift all 10 toes and come back down. So this is the end of calves.